Could you ever cheat on me?
Absolutely.
What happens when the line between family life and online content completely disappears? Imagine a childhood where every private moment is not only lived, but meticulously filmed and broadcast to the world. This might look like just another meme, but it is the true reality for Nika Diwa's children, whose lives are a constant stream of content, serving as fodder for the internet. This is the very disturbing story of Nika Diwa.
Hi, new friends. We want to introduce ourselves. Here's our story. I left an abusive relationship to go to New York. I fell in love, got married, and traveled to the Philippines to work and empower women. I got pregnant, and now we have the most beautiful baby and can't wait to share more stories with you.
Nika Diwa is a social media influencer who has built a large following by sharing her family life with millions across YouTube and TikTok. Initially a fashion blogger, she pivoted to focus on her life as a mother, focusing on her relationship with her Nigerian husband, Emeka, and their children. Nika's content is often lighthearted and relatable, with many fans enjoying her honest portrayals of the joys and challenges of raising kids. She portrays herself as a down-to-earth mom who isn't afraid to share the messy, imperfect parts of her life, offering a refreshing contrast to the seemingly perfect lives shown by other influencers. However, as time has passed, Nika's approach to sharing her life has evolved in increasingly disturbing ways. What began as genuine insights into her family life has now become a melodramatic spectacle, where personal struggles, particularly in her marriage, are fabricated for the sake of engagement. She has made videos that involve fake cheating scandals and exaggerated arguments, all staged for the cameras to generate views and drive audience interaction. These performances, while entertaining to some, have sparked growing concerns among her followers, some of whom feel that Nika is crossing a line between relatability and exploitation. As we'll come to see, the real issue is the toll this kind of content takes on the Diwa family. In the pursuit of clout, she may be compromising the very things that make family life meaningful, at the expense of her dignity and the well-being of those around her. For example, a glaring example of this was when she posted a video of herself dancing in a postpartum diaper, presumably in a bigger attempt to normalize postpartum distress. And well, it was not received very well. People online found this unnecessary and cringeworthy, and it's even raised suspicions of her catering to fetish content. She is known to fake moments of overstimulation in numerous clips. For a moment, you can see her clearly look at the camera, showing clearly that she knew what she was doing. It was seen as highly manipulative to profit from a sensitive mental health topic, rather than offering genuine support or education. Viewers' concerns that Diwa's portrayal of overstimulation is inauthentic and performative are not without reason. The convenience of camera placement during meltdowns, the dramatic nature of her reactions, and the repeated presentation of similar scenarios lead viewers to believe that these moments are staged rather than spontaneous occurrences. It's also believed that she frequently uses "mommy doesn't feel good" as a narrative, and removes herself from situations when she feels overwhelmed, filming the children while they're screaming in the background. Rather than walk away to regulate her emotions, she walks away to film content.
Sorry.
She's also shown a pattern of seeking external validation by making it look like she's handling a difficult moment well, but is actually prioritizing content over her children's well-being. For instance, she admitted to yelling at her toddler for not being potty trained, then posted about it online to talk about what a bad mom she is.
It's official, I'm the worst mom ever. I snapped and yelled at my toddler for doing something that she cannot control. She is almost 4, and I've been getting really frustrated that she's still not potty trained, and I'm still cleaning up her blowouts. I said, everyone else in your class is doing it.
She doesn't seem to hold back from discussing adult issues with her children, like periods and pregnancy, and obviously there's always a camera just around the corner to give the viewers a tad more than they asked for. She has a video simulating childbirth to her toddler, who isn't old enough to completely understand the details of the situation.
So first we're going to try to get it out of the vagina.
Vagina?
And open it up.
Baby, Mama, piss.
1, 2, 3.
Piss. I want to see a baby.
Okay, we're going to have to do a C-section.
Holy Kafala.
There's the baby!
I'll hold it.
You want to hold it? Congratulations. So that's the birth. Zizi, did you just eat the baby?
This was not well received, and understandably so, considering the age of her child. But it goes deeper than that. In another video, Nika's baby asked her parents if they had been wrestling the previous night when she heard strange sounds, which we could presume were the sounds of the couple being intimate.
Mommy, were you wrestling with Guy last night?
Why do you say that?
I heard you say pin me down.
Well, we were wrestling for fun.
Who won?
I won first and then your dad won after.
Oh.
One of the reasons why this is so concerning to viewers is that if this was a staged video, how inappropriate is it that she and her husband set their little daughter up for a sexual joke on camera? And if this is just an audio they were lip-syncing to, what happens to the young, impressionable audience that watch these videos? Because the one reoccurring theme in Nika's videos is how most of them feel so staged, like this one she was caught faking.
Things fall apart, and time breaks her heart.
And in another video where she claims to save her daughter's life on camera by chance.
Hold on, baby. You have to wait. You have to wait. What's in your mouth? What's in your mouth? What's in your mouth? Open, 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 open.
One of the comments asked, was the baby actually choking, or did she just put something in her mouth? Which is a valid question, because how convenient is it that the camera was rolling when you saved her from choking, yet the act seemed effortless and lacked any genuine panic in your expression, especially since the choking child was conveniently out of view. But aside from all that, another behavior that raises several valid concerns is her obsession with her husband's and children's racial identities. She has so many videos like these, and this has led critics to suggest that she seems to think she has a special entitlement to frequently highlight their blackness because of her relationship with them. But this is being perceived as more problematic than empowering. A Reddit user pointed out that her entire personality is having a black husband and black children. It's so inappropriate how she exploited her daughter for her growth in social media. There's no way that what she's been doing is appropriate. Rather than fostering meaningful dialogue or demonstrating genuine support, her repeated focus on their race comes across as performative. It gives viewers the impression that she's using their identities as a tool for engagement, rather than simply respecting and celebrating their individuality without making it a central theme of her content. This obsession with race also seems to reflect an underlying desire for validation and acceptance from black audiences.
A sweet mother, I not gonna forget you. My sweet mother will suffer for me. When I dey cry, my mother dey cry. She don't know what.
Again, it's all about the way the camera always seems to be conveniently set up to capture these moments. And it's almost as if her platform has shifted in a way that feels superficial or even fetishizing.
Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. You got it. Swallow. Wait up, baby. Baby.
Ultimately, the concern is that by overly emphasizing their racial identity, she risks reducing her family members to mere symbols of diversity, instead of allowing them to be fully realized individuals in their own right. She seems to have a thing for oversharing about her personal life, like in this video, where she shared gory details about how she lost her nipples during pregnancy intercourse.
Let's talk about sexy time when you're pregnant. My husband and I came home from a date night. We wanted to spend some special love time together. And so I'm wearing the, like the chicken cutlets, the thing that you stick them on. And so I like peel it off and I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh my God, my nipples peeled off.
Nobody needed to know that, but that's nothing compared to the concerning stories Nika has shared about her pregnancy. That video has since been taken off her page, but it reinforces that she's willing to post just about anything for views, regardless of how it might affect her or her audience. When it comes to her husband, Amika, she's known to consistently weaponize relationship struggles for online engagement and showcases a pattern of manipulation of viewers' emotions, insecurity, and a disregard for privacy. She also frequently jokes about divorce with her husband, and this might seem harmless to some, but it raises serious questions about the stability of their relationship. Like in this video where she jokes about leaving her husband because she had a dream about him cheating.
I don't even know how to start this conversation, but I feel like you guys need to hear it first, and you need to hear it from me. I have decided to leave my husband. So I ordered pizza the other day, and the doorbell rings. I open the door, and it's a delivery girl. Immediately, she starts attacking me. She goes, "What are you doing at my boyfriend's house?" I said, "What do you mean your boyfriend's house?" She goes, "This is my boyfriend's house. Who are you?" And I go, "His pregnant wife. Who are you?" She says, "I'm his girlfriend." I slam the door in her face, but then I remember she has my pizza. So obviously I open the door again and say, "Thank you for the pizza." Sorry. So I roll over and wake up my husband, and he's like in a deep sleep. He has the audacity to be sleeping. And I'm standing over him like, "Who's the girl?" And he's like half asleep, and he's like, "Babe, what are you talking about?" And I'm like, "You know what I'm talking about. When's the last time you ordered Pizza Hut?" And he's like, "Babe, I don't order Pizza Hut. I'm diabetic." And I'm like, "That's not the point." Safe to say, we will not be ordering from Pizza Hut anymore in real life or in my dreams.
But it seems the engagement she got from that video inspired her to make another in hopes of getting more views. So she made another video, but this time replacing Pizza Girl with Librarian.
I'm in a complete state of shock. I just found out that my husband has been cheating on me with the local librarian. My husband, out of nowhere, says to me, "Hey, we should get a library card." So we've been going to this library for months. This really, really kind, cute librarian, we're gonna call her Stacy for privacy reasons. My daughters love her. I decide on a Saturday to take my girls to one of the book readings for children. After the book reading is over, I pack up the girls when I see Stacy. So I go over to say hi when I am intercepted by my husband with flowers. And I'm thinking, oh my God, that's so sweet. Like, he never gets me flowers. And then he turns around to give the flowers to her. I am heartbroken. And then I woke up and I wanted to confront him, but it's like 4 o'clock in the morning and I feel like that would be really inappropriate. So I was thinking,
Constantly referencing divorce or the idea of leaving a partner, whether as a joke or not, can diminish the gravity of such a decision. Divorce for many is a huge and often painful life event. To make light of it in the context of a relationship that seems to already have a rocky foundation sends a message that it's just another thing that can be laughed off. This behavior not only impacts the couple's image, but also sets an unhealthy example for their audience, many of whom may be navigating their own relationship struggles. The act of trivializing serious issues like infidelity or the idea of splitting up the way she does borders on creating a potentially toxic narrative. To add to this, the repetitive nature of these jokes suggests a level of insecurity in the relationship that extends beyond just public jokes. The constant back and forth between claiming stability and joking about ending things creates a confusing dynamic, as they've shared that they have almost had a divorce in the earlier stages of their marriage.
So many of you were like, wow, I wish my husband reacted that way. Wow, you guys are so joyful. I just want to say, like, it wasn't like that with my last pregnancy. Looking back, it was quite traumatic. It was a very turbulent time in our marriage, and I feel like we loved each other, but we didn't like each other.
The audience, who may have initially admired this couple's apparent strength, is left questioning whether the relationship is as healthy as it's being portrayed, or if the whole thing is being used for content. Nika seriously uses anything for content. There's no limit. A good example of her clickbait tactics is her Christmas fight video, which she's taken off her TikTok account, most likely due to backlash or shame. During an argument about her husband's desire to attend a football game on Christmas, Diwa films the entire altercation, broadcasting their private issues to a large audience.
To ask if I would be okay with you not being with me on Christmas, first of all, knowing how important that holiday is to me, and 2, going somewhere with your brothers just without me to watch football. My feelings are extremely hurt.
Well, I'm sorry that your feelings are hurt. I'm
I
hoping
really thought you knew me better than
I'm
that.
hoping that we can talk and that I can gain a deeper understanding.
It is because that holiday means a lot to me.
Yeah.
Quality time means a lot to me. Togetherness means a lot to me. And so the fact that you'd rather be at a football game knowing, or I thought you knew that about your wife.
It sounds like Christmas is actually more important than me. And that's what it sounds like. Like you're saying, Christmas is important than my husband. I do not have a desire to do anything that will either hurt you or deride in any way your expectation for Christmas.
Multiple comments on this highlight the blatant disregard for privacy and the potential for further damage to their already strained relationship. Viewers, especially those on Reddit, criticized Diwa's actions, noting the manipulative and toxic nature of recording and posting a private argument for online validation. Also, she posted a video of Amika apologizing for his past behavior in the relationship, but it was very vague, and some people believe that this is just another staged video to make their relationship look as healthy and loving as possible.
I had to go through the fire because I was foolish, I was irresponsible, I was immature, I was careless. And before my family, I have to say it, I'm so sorry for the years I put you through nonsense.
When a relationship is used as a platform for constant dramatic reveals and jokes about major life decisions like divorce, it not only risks normalizing dysfunction, but can also undermine the seriousness of those choices for people who are genuinely struggling with them. Moving beyond her relationship, another concerning issue is her parenting, which is marked by several concerning behaviors that are detrimental to her children's well-being, like her inconsistent approach to rules and discipline. For example, she initially insisted her children finish everything on their plates, and even took them to an orphanage to teach them gratitude and encourage them to finish their meals.
More, baby? Yes, my love. This whole thing. More? Can you show more? Say hi to the dad.
Only to later reverse her stance and claim she now teaches her daughter to prioritize her body cues. A comment even pointed out the hypocrisy. But this summer you made a post saying you could never finish their food, so you took her to an orphanage so she would be more grateful. While parents may change their approach as they learn more, Diwa's flip-flopping seems more about engagement than her child's needs. This was her excuse for the switch-up.
You were absolutely right about that. I was wrong. I used to think that that was the goal, to like teach your kids to finish everything on their plate, because I was taught that. But I'm now putting more emphasis on her listening to her own body cues. Let you in on a little secret. Parents don't really actually know what the heck we're doing. We're just making it up as we go along. We really love our kids. We do our best. When we find out better, we do better.
The inconsistency can be confusing for daughters who struggle to understand what's expected of them, and also for viewers who for some reason look to her as inspiration to be better mothers. Also, critics note that her motherhood is more about herself than it is about taking care of her children, based on the content she makes. She has been known to constantly try to establish that she takes priority over kids in the household, and has posted multiple videos to establish that point, that she is more important than her children to their father.
This girl is supremely important. 100 out of 100, she's important. But this girl, from my standpoint, is even more important to me.
Why?
Well, my responsibility is first to my wife. There's no time where pouring into you is less important than pouring into this one. There's nobody who's going to get more grace, more love, more attention from me than you. She's going to get the whole world. She's going to get it all. But she will always be second to you.
More examples of this include filming her daughters being disciplined by their father for disrespecting her.
Are you ready to apologize to mommy, or do you need more time? All right. No, what? No, you got to do it without whining. Look at me. If you're ready to apologize, you can come to mom and say, I'm sorry.
Why are you sorry?
When you're ready to apologize to mom, please let me know. All right? You want to say you're sorry? Right? You understand that that's my wife, right? And in this household, mommy is always number one. Mommy puts me number one, and I put her number one. And that's the only way that we can make sure that you have everything that you need, that you're always safe. Do you understand?
Also, Nika has been known to portray the persona of teaching our children consent, but this is also another form of content that comes off as staged. In a video, she talked about how her daughter enforced her boundaries, which seemed like a cute and educational piece of content. But the next day, she posted another video from the very same incident, but this time, it was the boy teaching her daughter boundaries. But at the end of the day, viewers didn't find much of an issue with it. It was content after all, but then it got weirder when she posted one of her most controversial posts yet, where she was changing her infant daughter's diaper on camera. To many viewers, this is the video that crossed the line, questioning whether the video was being used to exploit a private moment for content rather than genuinely providing any meaningful educational value to the child.
This area right here, this is your private part. So only mama's allowed to change it.
My uncle do it?
No uncles change diaper.
Can my dad do it?
Your dad can do it. Yeah.
Can my mom do it?
I can, yes. No boys are allowed except daddy. If someone changes your diaper, say,
You have to ask.
oh, I have to ask.
Yeah. It's my body.
Okay, may I change your diaper, please?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
The irony of this situation is that Diwa's stated intent to teach consent was at odds with her actions. An infant is legally incapable of consenting to being filmed, especially during such a vulnerable moment. Diwa's decision to share this intimate moment with her online audience contradicted the very boundaries she claimed to be teaching. The backlash against the video was swift, with many viewers recognizing the violation of privacy and recognizing how weird it was that her uncle was mentioned. Kinda weird she asked about her uncle, but this whole video is strange, so I feel like this is a conversation you can have without recording it, especially when not wiping your child's private parts. I feel like this didn't need to be recorded, but it's definitely not child exploitation. The criticism grew so intense that Diwa ultimately removed the video, but the incident had already raised serious questions about her approach to content creation. Ultimately, the diaper-changing video became a focal point for ongoing concerns about Diwa's content. It proved her disregard for privacy and consent, as well as her tendency to prioritize content creation over her child's privacy. People also believe that there are other sources to learn this kind of information, and it's not completely necessary to see this type of content on TikTok for the safety of her children. According to them, this content should not have even crossed her mind. Diwa's content also poses risks to her children, exposing them to online creeps. It also poses a risk to her audience, particularly to young viewers who might see her actions as normal. It's also worth considering the impact of the constant pressure to perform on the children. Even when they express discomfort is particularly concerning. This is seen as a severe boundary violation and contributes to the overall critique of Nika's parenting style. This approach is damaging for her children, hindering their ability to regulate their emotions in a healthy, supportive environment. The children are forced into a perpetual performance mode, unable to experience genuine moments of emotional processing or distress. There's an instance of Nika's daughter actively withdrawing consent, which is blatantly ignored. In the video, her daughter says, "No, no, no, I'm not taking a picture," while still being filmed.
No, I'm not taking a picture.
This identifies this as a clear indication of her lack of respect for her daughter's wishes, and also an inconsistency with Nika's preaching of consent and boundaries. People online are not afraid to point out. A Reddit user said, "It's one thing to record your daughter when she's upset, but to post it on social media? That is a whole new level of cruelty." It's also stated that she's going hard at this style of content because this might be Nika's attempt at a big break, as she has reportedly tried to get famous people multiple times with little to no luck. This isn't just about a few awkward moments or controversial posts. It's part of a pattern of behavior that has become common in influencer culture, where the desire for fame and attention often comes before the privacy of one's family and personal boundaries. She seems to use her family's identity to get attention, rather than allowing them to be celebrated on their own terms. This reduces them to stereotypes or symbols instead of recognizing them as real, complex individuals. While Nika may believe her content is empowering or relatable, it becomes harder to tell the difference between what is empowering and what is exploiting her family for views.